Hello, Krix is here and welcome everyone to this exciting announcement / creative cozy video. I have a Kickstarter launch happening next week on the 27th of August, 4 p.m. British summer time. I am excited and nervous at the same time, but it's finally happening. And I thought it would be really interesting to share the journey of creating this book. I have been working on this self-published picture book about birds in color since last May, so 2023 May, till August of this year, and it's been one of the biggest projects I have ever tackled so far in my life. And yeah, so this is like a big moment for me. I'm really excited. I hope you will check the Kickstarter out when it's launched and support my project and having it coming to life. I will share now a footage from this whole journey throughout the months and also fragments from different videos. So please give this video a thumbs up and also grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or any cozy, heartwarming drink. As you know, I don't usually do a lot of paintings with watercolors, but this year one of my goals is to change that and kind of experiment a little bit more. And I kind of have love and hate relationship with watercolors, if I could say so. And in a way, I love that they're transparent, and at the same time, it gives me a lot of trouble. So yeah, this is what I'm going to tackle. And I also want to paint a little card, like a bird card. I already did some sketch before, and this is a barn swallow, and just like a girl on front. And the second artwork is also for the Birds in Color challenge. I really wanted to show you step by step how I paint, and because you seem to love watercolor artworks I have done recently, I thought it would be a great idea to show behind the scenes. And also I was the other day painting for the Birds in Color challenge, which is the challenge I started working on early May, but I am still working on it and I will chat about it a little bit later. Since I have moved into my newest studio, I have been inspired by the birds a lot. I have so many bird feeding stations super close to my window now, and I am feeding them every single day, and they just give me so much inspiration in my work. I am currently painting Birds in Color challenge, and I started it in May, and it was supposed to be like only for a month. But deep down I had a little bit bigger plans. So I have actually announcement. Ta-da-da-da-da. I am currently working on Birds in Color book, and I will be going to self-publish it. And I am going to self-publish it by myself, which is super exciting. I'm mostly thinking that I will start with Kickstarter and promote my project up there and share it with you as well. I might do one separate video where I share behind the scenes how I worked for it. And yeah, I'm just so excited to work on this project. And I think the environment where I live, it inspires me a lot. And my work is so close to the nature, and all the birds here just brings me extra joy. I also think because I don't have pets myself, All the birds outside there like my pets, and there is like this one little robin who I am teaching to start eating from hand. And there was one which I teached this, and he started eating from hand. But then he disappeared somewhere. So for the last month, I have been trying to kind of befriend the second robin, and we are super close now. Every time I go close to the window, he comes, he looks at me, I'm giving some food close to the windowsill, he comes, he eats, and yeah, he just, I think like I even, it's so funny, like even like some chaffinches, and blackbirds also eat super close from the windowsill, which is so funny. And all the birds are super, super friendly. And yeah, I'm just happy to be in this environment.
Inseparable, we were closer than two of a kind. The bond was almost palpable, solemn oaths with our blood that were signed. But time
I am currently working on Birds in Color book. I have been working on it, probably I could count like since the beginning of May, so it's been month and a half in the works. So the first illustration which I did actually for this challenge, it was Blackbird, and I actually realized I really want to have a character in these illustrations, and this was at that point where I wasn't sure if I would make this into any sort of longer term project, so I just did this illustration, but I realized I really liked this one, which is actually was it April's Patreon reward? So this is like Patreon reward, but I really love this illustration, so this will be in the book.
There's a message drifting in the air.
And I started sketching a chaffinch. And I really wanted to have another illustration with kind of flying girl and a bird. And I am in the process of it. This is how it looks right now. It's not finished. There is a lot more layering to be done for the bird. And I still want to see if I want to add some greenery on the back, or maybe some birds as well. We'll see. This is not complete. This is my slow working month because besides doing everything I want to do and need to do, I am also visiting my family, my friends, my relatives, and that's why some of the things they just take a little bit slower to do. I'm aiming for Christmas to have it be available as a pre-order. I'm still thinking maybe I will do Kickstarter. We'll see at that moment. But yeah, this is where I'm at this moment. This is kind of my storyboard, which I did, I think, in summer. Initially, I thought I will have book about 16 different birds. Right now, I have changed my mind. I wanted this book to be much more bigger project than initially I thought it will be. So this is just the beginning, and these are some of the compositions for illustrations I already did. Now I am working on kind of creating selection of colors which I want to use in my book, and I came up to conclusion to have 28 different birds in different colors, and these are the colors. I think like in the beginning when I started working on this book, I didn't know a lot of specifics about each bird, whereas now living in so close to all of the birds, I have noticed like patterns. And for example, for house sparrows, they love to travel in packs. They come like 20, 30 birds, just sit on the bird feeding table, don't allow anyone else. They just all are at the same time. So then I had like this idea that I could actually have a lot of sparrows sitting on a tree branch. And then there was girl sitting there as well, but a lot of them, and maybe like in 2 lines.
Better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. songs repeated. Baby, me and you alone. Pencil drawing phases of the moon. All through the stages, both becoming seen into. Slowly we take on.
And then I took some time off from this book. I was in Latvia. Then I came back. I did a Camtober. Then I had exhibition. Then I had shop update. So I only restarted doing this book again in December. And I quickly realized that I really want to do it a little bit longer and really enjoyed the process of creating these illustrations. I am going to have 28 bird illustrations, and I still haven't decided the final number, but my idea is to have approximately 72 to 80 pages in this book, which is a huge project ahead, I know, but I think I'm really grateful that I have people who support my work up here on YouTube and everyone who is buying from my shop. And all of my Patreons are really helping me to do this project and after a while, in the end, self-publish it. I couldn't do it without you all, so I'm really grateful for that. And I really want to mention it. All the support from sharing my work here online is really helping me to do it. And although I'm not in the best financial place right now, I really believe in this book project idea, and I think it will be a brilliant book. One of the things I really want to do is to print this book in the UK. I, of course, could use manufacturers from China, but I think I really want to print it locally. I really want to support also local businesses here in the UK. I also would really love to have hardcover book. I have printed zines in the past. If you know, I have some Camtober zines in my shop. I printed Camtober zines in 3 different years. I also have some risograph zines. But for a book, I really want to have it in hardcovers. I think it would make it more extra special. And because it's 80 or 72 pages long, I think it would be better protected that way as well. The size is A5 and it's horizontal, not vertical. So it will be kind of landscape size when you open the book. I have a plan to do a Kickstarter. And I will just mention briefly what is Kickstarter. It's basically a website where you can share your project. And if it gets funded, you do the project. And it's kind of like if it goes well and you reach the goal, you print it. If not, then at least you didn't print everything beforehand and you are in minuses. I'm not gonna set goal super high. I think my idea with Kickstarter is that I want to cover production prices and have little bit fees out of everything that is left for me as well. I also think I will add signed book copy option where I can draw a little drawing for you and sign it. There will be option to have your name in the book. The price will be higher for that, of course, but this is like if someone really wants to support this project, their name will be in this book. I'm planning to sell some originals in this Kickstarter project as well. And so there are some plans already about Kickstarter, which I'm really, really excited for. And another thing I want to do is to work a little bit more on cover art and specifically combining my illustrations with lettering. I think lettering is my weak spot. I am not good with integrating letters with my illustrations. I usually try to do it as little as possible, but I think I need to face my fear and go outside of the comfort zone and learn new things. So this is one of the things I want to do in the next year, and hopefully I can learn new techniques and add this lettering into cover art.
Through the arbor, in the garden room, wings are beating, baby, me and you alone. Pencil drawing phases of the moon, all through the stages, both becoming seen into. Slowly we take on phosphorescence. Slowly we take on phosphorescence, vivid in the bond.
Peeling back the layers of the part I've been playing for you. And in this life we all know that the starting is the hardest part.
So in December, I restarted working on a bird book, which I plan to self-publish this year in summer. So while I was doing some planning and storyboarding in general, I realized there are some points where I try to avoid, and that is book covers and any kind of text inside. And this is my weak spot. So I knew that if I want to change my weak spot, I have to improve, therefore learn something new. And this meant to learn calligraphy and hand lettering, which I have done before 12 years ago, but I have completely forgotten how to do it. And I just really wanted to start something new. I think it's really great if you want to learn something and you have a reason behind, because that reason can motivate you and help throughout the way. Day before, I just sketched pigeons, but I really wanted to play with composition. And then suddenly, I don't know why, but it came to my mind that I could just do illustration with a girl painting a pigeon, and there is pigeon in the background. I found this would be such an interesting artwork.
The only comfort I found is blending in with another crowd. When things go wrong, we'll pass the blame around. 'Cause I can't lie awake for someone else to say I can live my
I think what I want to take from this week of me creating artworks is that even though I'm a slow artist, I really enjoy making art and the process of making art. And I want to encourage everyone who is painting maybe a little bit slower that it's all right and you are not alone. And you can always do some quick doodles with time limits and then spend most of the week painting one artwork. And I think with the character design, it's always really important to sketch as much as possible characters specifically. Sometimes reference pictures are just hands. So I want to have like, how would I hold this binocular? And this is in this illustration, just this tiny detail. I really like cozy drawings, and I sometimes draw inspiration from the things I have at home. So I have like this mug, I have this candle, I have this drawer. This is something similar. So I'm already painting some things which are around me, and they feel more kind of with meaning and special.
I wonder where you go when we're in the same space. You're more like a ghost in between a place and a feeling. The sun kissed your face, you turned the other cheek, until the clouds filled our sky. Am I the reason why?
On 27th of February, I decided to paint this illustration, but quite early in the process, I realized that something is a little bit off and I don't like how it looks. And for the whole day, I tried to kind of save it and make it work. When you work several hours looking at that artwork, you don't have fresh eyes, so it's always great to come back to it after some time. And I realized I was painting the character too realistically. This is sometimes my problem, but how I usually avoid it is if I sketch something from reference pictures, I usually do it in the sketchbook, and then when I do it on the final artwork paper, I don't look at the reference picture anymore. I look at my sketch and redraw it again. So it's redrawn from the sketch rather than the reference picture. But for this artwork, I just put a reference picture next to me with phone and sketched straight to the final artwork paper. And therefore, it was like too realistic. And I was like trying to save it, but I realized that it's okay. I need to just let it go. And I think this will be a good lesson to me to just kind of loosen up and be more freer, not be so tight. Work on the several maybe artworks at the same time, because I used to do it much more and now I understand why I did it, because it's always great to see it after some time and you will have more opinion rather than if you just look at it all the time. It's also really tricky because I think my art style is always changing. It's not in the same point all the time. And even like year or year and a half ago, I did like completely different artworks. And it's a little bit scary because I'm working on longer term project, which is this bird book. I've started working on it in last May, and I already can see that some of the artworks look a little bit different. I think my strategy in this point is not like do artwork 1 is the first one, then artwork 2 is the second, and so on. I kind of like draw artwork number 17 and then I go back to second and then I go back to fourth. So I have like mish and mash positions which artwork I create. There is no right order. Therefore, hopefully it will look more cohesive.
And in this life we all know that the starting is the hardest part.
Hello, Krix is here, and I thought I will update this part of the video a little bit. Today is 11th of March, and after finishing the artwork with the Danak, I kind of put it aside because I really didn't like how it turned out, and I decided to have time in between where I sketch other things, where I did another artwork for the bird book. and I'm ready to get back to this artwork. And my strategy was to not look at this artwork while I was sketching the new one, and I also didn't look at the reference pictures, so the character kind of came from my mind, and therefore it looked more illustrative than realistic. And this is how it looks with the lines. And today I'm going to paint it, and I thought I will bring you with me to this adventure.
Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden. I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my sun. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Well, most of my artworks for the bird book, they take around 2 to 3 days to create. And this one I created only in 1 day, which is amazing. Oh, so I only need to do 8, if my calculations are right. 8 more bird illustrations. I am really happy that I can document the creation of the bird book. Hello, Krix is here, and welcome everyone to this Paint With Me video. Today I will be sharing how I paint one of the illustrations for my upcoming bird book, which I plan to self-publish at the end of this summer. I'm slowly creeping up to the deadline. If all goes right, if all goes well, I will have a Kickstarter in August. And I have some artworks left, so that's what I'm doing. And this artwork is with Bullfinch. And I was really excited about the new Deep Light palette as well, because there is actually paint called Bullfinch, and I swatched it out, and it looked really similar, like Bullfinch red plumage. And with all my artworks in general, I try to involve storytelling in it, because I used to do more like fiction picture books where you tell a story with several pages. Whereas in this book, I'm trying to tell a story in every single illustration. And I don't spot a lot of bullfinches here, but I have spotted some near brambles, and especially they're kind of like far away, so you don't spot them at first. And I thought it would be really interesting to have brambles in this artwork, and also play with the fact that you don't see them every single day. So there is the girl, and she's looking through the binoculars at the audience, but the bullfinch is behind her. I have been really enjoying painting for this bird book, but not everything is like moving super fast. I'm quite slow with painting these illustrations. Therefore, it's like over a year now since I started working on this book. And yeah, I still have a long way to go. I have a book cover to make, although I have approximate idea what I want to do. I need to do the about page, about me, about the book, about the colors, and also I need to write the text for the book, which is actually really scary for me, because not only English is not my first language, but also the writing part is not, I don't think it's the best skill I have. And mainly it's because I don't write that often. And I have written some notes here and there, but I think I need to set myself like 2 weeks of writing time to focus on the text. And hopefully it will all make sense. The idea with the text is to have like little stories about different birds, and mainly from my own perspective, rather than scientific ones. I just want the text to be quite whimsical, but also realistic and heartfelt. And sometimes it will be connected with the artwork you can see, and sometimes it will be a little bit different. The main idea for Kickstarter will be just to fund the printing process and printing costs. And this is my passion project. I don't want to earn like a lot of the money from it. I really want to cover all the costs that it made me to create this book. I guess this is like me trying to tell myself that I can actually do it, because I didn't believe in myself in the past that I can actually do it. And for a long, long time, I thought the only way to publish was through publishing house and getting signed with an agent. And that was kind of my route where I was going for, and I was like working for a portfolio and trying to get recognized. And I didn't get like the deal with the publishing house. And rather than to just try like 5 more years, I just thought I will just go with it and do this project. It's a little bit scary. It's sometimes like, what am I doing? But when I share sneak peeks of these artworks, I have like huge support group, and I'm so grateful to have this community here on YouTube. And that kind of keeps me going, that I can actually do it. And then after a lot of admin, after video editing and exhibitions and packing orders, I was really hungry for painting. I really wanted to paint, and actually I really wanted to have May as intense working for a book project month. But it turned out everything but the book projects, sketching and painting. And I really wanted to get back to the project. The other day, I picked up my Jackdaw illustration, and this is a funny story about this illustration. I think I sketched the sketch for this like a month ago. There was something I didn't like in this sketch, so I just put it off, and I worked on different artworks for this word book. Eventually, I took it to exhibition, and I actually thought I will paint this illustration in the exhibition, but because there were a lot of people coming by, I decided to not do so. And then after the exhibition, like a week or week and a half later, I finally picked up the artwork again. I really wanted to have a lot of jackdaws because in the farm where I live in, we have a lot of them, and they also are nesting here. And this is the time where they feed their babies, and there are a lot of nests. And I have 8 hours of footage right now where I don't talk at all. I know, it's really ridiculous. And I thought I could share behind the scenes in the voiceover format. So for the past week, I have been working on the picture book cover for my upcoming picture book. And this was quite stressful part of this project because everyone is like saying like the book cover is the first impression of a book. So getting into it was a little bit nerve-wracking because I knew this is going to be it. Because I'm not the best with creating book covers, at least that's how I thought. But it's all about the self-confidence in this process and trusting yourself and being okay with failing and being okay with improving.
You showed me your affection, but I was looking for perfection. So I moved on and on and on to someone new, as if no one knew what I was going through. I know you think I'm just pretending, and that I can't rewrite the ending. But to move on and on and on to someone new isn't how you find the one that I am through with playing games. You are not just a flavor of the day. Sure that if I just kept moving on and on and on to someone new, I would have never understood that I had you.
So I wasn't like going into the project with a lot of confidence because I already knew how I felt about it. But I think because I was doing more lettering and calligraphy this year, it kind of gave me more confidence that I can try and do it. it's never too late to start again. And when I failed, but I don't think it's like a failure. When I didn't like how I did the beginning of the first version of this book cover, I didn't give up. I was like, okay, this is my learning point. I learned several things, and I can add these things which I learned into creating second cover. It's sometimes hard to just go and experiment because we put a lot of pressure, but sometimes we just like have to accept it and just go for it. And if it doesn't turn out great, that's totally fine. Just keep on going. And one time you will feel super happy and grateful for everything you did previously, because that helped you in this moment. I can't believe that I will have a book super soon. So it would mean the world to me if you would decide to support it. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you did enjoy it, please give this a thumbs up. And another reminder, I have a Kickstarter on 27th of August 2024, 4 p.m. British summer time. I try to pick the time that is approximately good for everyone, but it's not always perfect. But I hope you will check the project out. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me in this journey. Thank you to all my lovely Patreons. Thank you to my husband, my mom, my best friends. I just appreciate you all so much, and I'm beyond happy that I can do this project, and hopefully it will get funded. I don't know. I feel like I want to prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. This is like my strategy. I just hope I will get the goal, because I put it quite low because I just really want to cover all the costs to create first 200 copies. So yeah, okay. I will chat to you soon. See you on the 27th. Bye everyone.